to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Please bear with me. There is a lot of noise in the background. Kids and teenagers are back at home after closing school, and there's a lot of playing around. So once in a while, you'll hear some interruption from the background noise, and I hope you'll bear with me. Thanks once again for your continued support. Ladies and gentlemen, the impeachment against Rigathi Gachagua and the appointment and approval by Parliament of Kithure Kindiki has solicited several questions. And one of the questions that people are asking is, did Kithure Kindiki really resign before he was appointed by William Samoei Ruto? Because many experts believe that this could be a catching point, that they can use this to collapse this case, that they might argue that the law demands that Kithure must relinquish his position before he is appointed. Now, the challenge here is there isn't any law that requires that when a cabinet secretary resigns, then it has to be made public. Therefore, we are not sure whether Kithure Kindiki really resigned, because if or when he resigns, that letter, the resignation letter, is addressed to the president, and the president has under no obligation to show it to Kenyans. Maybe as a matter of good faith or something, then he can, but it's not a must. So as we speak, we do not know. Now, the other thing that is coming out is that there's a lot of lobbying and interest as to who should be given this position. ODM seems to be very much interested in this position, and it is coming out that not only are they interested, but they have also proposed a name to it, telling you that this is very serious. We've had allegations of, the infighting within the broad-based government, interest and lobbying. But today there was an interview at K24 TV, national TV, and one of the members of parliament revealed to the nation that they have actually proposed the name of Junet Mohammed, who is currently the minority leader at the National Assembly. Not only that they had proposed the name of the current Homa Bay governor, Gladys Wanga, to take over from Gachagua in any case he is successfully impeached at the Court of Justice. But William Ruto decided to give it to Kithure Kindiki. Now they are saying that they cannot miss the two of them, and they have said they want interior. Kindly take a look.
So in other words, Honorable Manduku,
Honorable
Kindiki
not coming
is he still holding the position of the Interior Cabinet Secretary?
No, he's not.
So that position is vacant.
It's vacant.
But he never resigned.
Resignation is a private affair. He probably wrote a resignation to the president.
But it does not be
made public. It
doesn't have to be made public.
So there is need to
which law says that once a cabinet secretary resigns, it must be made public?
Has ODM fronted a member to fill that vacancy?
Yes, we have.
Who?
Junet Mohammed.
Oh,
yes.
Junet Mohammed is going to be the new interior boss?
We have fronted. It is a prerogative of the president to decide.
I think you should be inviting Mheshimiwa Manduku. He's giving us news as we go along.
We have given, just like we had given.
So he will.
We had given Governor Wanga's name for deputy president. It did not work. We have given the name of Junet Mohammed for interior CS. It may work or not work.
So that is the reason maybe ODM supported
the final
impeachment of
prerogative lies with His Excellency the President.
So maybe that is the reason ODM supported.
I can assure you that William Ruto is really under pressure, because he's got to balance now this broad-based government. The ODM fraternity is saying that they are the ones that have stabilized this government after William Ruto told them, I'm being toppled. If you don't help me, I'm gone. And so they came in. I don't need to repeat that it is the ODM support that has crushed Rigathi Gachagua from the National Assembly and the Senate. It's pending the legal mind there at the courts. It is the ODM support that ended the Gen Z protest, and of course it is the ODM machinations now, with that full support of Raila Odinga, that has cleansed Adani deal. So I don't want to dwell on it because it's something that I've kept on saying even in my previous video. So the ODM feels that they must be given something that is commensurate to their support. They believe without it, maybe William Ruto would be gone by now. This is coming from a member of parliament, and he says with a lot of authority and audacity that we had proposed Gladys Wanga's name to take over as the deputy president. That didn't mature. Now we are proposing Junet Mohammed. But it is not an official communication from the ODM party. And as usual in this channel, we try to treat all that as personal opinion, because until it is addressed properly by the ODM, maybe through the Secretary General or the Chairman, whoever, or Raila Odinga, we cannot assert the authority. All we know is that it was spoken by a member of parliament. But the question that I want to ask here, do you think the ODM would be interested in that seat? I think that would be a proper question. And the answer is yes. Like they say, they have helped stabilize the government. And so they would be interested. That is number one. Do you think they would propose someone to take? Of course, if William Ruto gives them that opportunity, they would propose a name. Do you think they would propose Junet Mohammed? Of course, yes. I want us to look at why Junet Mohammed. Why Junet of all the people? And that is what I want to start with. If at all it is true that they have proposed Junet Mohammed, why Junet? Kindly subscribe to our channel if you're watching us for the first time, ladies and gentlemen. We really ask for that support for the channel even to grow further, because the channel started and there are those who have been with me ever since it started from scratches up to this, and I want to thank you very much. If you're watching for the first time, kindly subscribe, click the notification bell, give this video many likes. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Junet Mohammed has been a very strong supporter of Raila Odinga. He is not only a supporter but a confidant. Junet Mohammed is not a Luo. Let me just put it plainly. But they reside inside Luos. Not only that he endeared himself so much to the Luos that they voted him as a member of parliament. You can imagine that. He's a member of a Somali community, but he's been there. They speak the Luo language. He's part and parcel of them. And sometimes when I look at it, I say, this is how people should live in this country. And Raila somehow likes him. I don't know for what reasons, but he's a very close confidant of Raila Odinga. When Raila was going for the handshake with Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila did not carry Orengo, neither did he carry any other politician, but he carried with him Junet Mohammed and his daughter. That tells you that there is some closeness between them that goes beyond politics. There's a personal connection between them. So with that, it would be very easy to propose his name because of that. Number two, I remember after the last election, there were rumors that Junet was given some money that was supposed to be to pay agents, but they did not reach the agents, and therefore that is the reason why for sometimes he took a sabbatical leave. He was not seen in politics even during the demonstrations, and rumor had it that it is because of the guilt. And I remember at some point when he was coming back into the limelight, some people didn't welcome him. He wasn't received well. But you can imagine that after the formation of the broad-based government, when Raila gave some people to go into government, Minority Leader Opiyo and I was given a position. And then Junet was given that position of being the minority leader, taking over from Opiyo and I, after all the allegations and mudslinging that he squandered money. That tells you that Raila still values Junet Mohammed. So with that closeness, he would easily be proposed. Number two, if he is proposed, the members of the Somali community in Northeastern there, they will embrace him, because they had the highest position in the name of Aden Duale, who was the defense minister. Aden was somehow demoted after Gen Z's protest. So the members of the Somali community will be very happy to see one of their own again on top there as an interior security, CS. And I think if that proposal will be made, they will put aside their differences in terms of parties, even those who don't support. But now the parties is like one. ODM and UDA are the biggest, parties, and they are now together. So if you don't get some of them in UDA, some of them will be in the ODM, and therefore they will embrace Junet Mohammed. It is a catch if at all they propose him, because those people will really try to guard that position with a lot of jealousy. And I believe that if they propose him, he will have to. Number three, they can easily propose him so that Raila is not accused of favoring Luos. There will be that question of, Raila gets into government, is only considering Luos. I remember even in the first proposal, 2 out of the four positions, one went to Coast, he was not a Luo, the other Western, not a Luo, but 2 remained with him. So I think for him to be seen to be very neutral, he has given them, and this, he endears himself more to those people, because in Kenya, you give people positions, and those positions are community based. That's why we have homecomings. You will see your man coming back to your area and is telling you, "Hii ni yenyu." While in real sense, sometimes it doesn't even help you. So it will help Raila neutralize the notion that, Raila only considers those who are in Luo. But we still treat this, we wait for any communication. Maybe the ODM will say that it is too early, all that, but where there is smoke, there is fire. And it also confirms that there is a lot of tension within the broad-based government. There's a lot of lobbying, because I'm sure I heard that Didmas Baraza is also being proposed by those from Western. I heard that Kimani Chunga, even though Kimani had said he's not interested, those who are close to William Ruto and coming from Mount Kenya are also saying, please give it to us. So it's going to be very interesting to see how William Ruto is going to maneuver all this. But what we know is that there's a lot of lobbying, there's a lot of tension, a lot of dilemma there. But in the end, we'll see what will happen if the courts decide that they retain Rigathi Gachagua. That will be a bigger discussion for another day.